What if I told you that our current feels like temperature is 102, but yet these melon plants are thriving? Or that these melon plants are virtually weed-free? Or that I haven't fed these plants ever? Or that I've never watered them? Would you believe me? Hey y'all, I'm Krystal and welcome to my Texas garden. Now if you're new around here, welcome. And if you're all about gardening naturally, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and don't forget to smash the bell icon so you're notified every time I post a video. Now today's episode, we are going to take a look at mulch in action. Now the beginning of this episode, I asked if you would believe me if I said that these plants were thriving in extreme heat, that they were virtually weed-free, that they've never been fed, and I've never watered them. Now every one of those statements are absolutely true, but I do want to add that when I put seeds in the ground or very young seedlings, they do get watered regularly. Now this section of the garden is part of my melon patch. These are old Tennessee melons. These plants, and there's actually just two plants here. One plant is based right here, and the second plant is based over here. So just two plants over here in this section. Now these plants are right at about 6 weeks old, and it is the heat of the day right now. And getting a closer look, you can see that they are not stressed out or wilted down at all. Now because these plants are going so strong, I am now having to add grass clippings and hay daily just to keep up with their growth. Let's take a look over here. You can see they're out of their normal area. I'll have to cut the weeds back and add paper and hay like I have done over in the walkway. Let me show you. So right here we have some paper that I've put down. And then over the paper I've got, this is grass clippings right here from the yard. Now if you're looking at this right here and it looks like the grass clippings are up very, very high and that the plants are kind of going uphill, that's because the grass clippings are still kind of, they're not fully dried out, they're still kind of wet. So I did put them on super, super thick just because I know that they will kind of, when they dry out, they'll compress down some more. Now why did I add the paper first and not just the hay? Well, because these plants are now starting to put out fruit. Okay, so let me show you. See? It's putting out some fruit already. Now with it putting out fruit, I don't want to continue to pick up the plants and then put the hay underneath it. So I need that extra layer of protection to keep the grasses suppressed down. Okay, so since we are talking about weed suppression, let's take a look around the plant itself. And it's kind of hard, it's getting hard to walk over here. And you can see down in here that there are some grasses popping through, but not like the grasses that are out here. See, that's a huge difference. We've got grasses out here, virtually no grasses over here. So mulch is a great way to suppress these grasses out. The other thing is that as these plants grow and they fill, they will continue to start suppressing those weeds out. Another reason why I want to keep adding mulch all the way out here as the plant grows, because I want the fruits up off the grass itself and off the dirt, and I want them on the hay. That way they're a little bit more cushioned and less likely to rot out. Now that we've taken a look at the plant and the weed suppression, we really need to dive under the hay to see what's going on underneath it to get a good understanding of the hay in action. So the first thing I want to do is take some surface temperatures. So there's the surface temperature right there. Hopefully you can see that. It's 99 degrees. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to dig down to surface level, or ground level, ground level. And we're going to take a temperature reading. And there you go. There's the temperature reading right there. And that's at the surface of the ground in here. Now, the one thing that I do want to point out, the temperature differences between the top here and down in the ground here underneath the hay is that mulch is it insulates from the sun. Therefore, it moderates the temperature of the soil itself. And when the soil is cool, the roots of the plants are cool and healthy. And healthy roots are the lifeline of the plants. So good healthy roots of the plant, they actually pull nutrients, air, and soil from the, and water from the soil. So then from the roots bring all those nutrients up through the plants and into the leaves, where the leaves interact with the sunlight. And that actually makes energy for the plants so they can make really tasty fruits. Now, mulch also conserves the moisture in your soil. It keeps the soil from drying out underneath the hot sun. Mulch also helps to feed your soil as it breaks down. Now, as it breaks down, it can attract beneficial bugs like earthworms. Now, earthworms are amazing to have in the garden. Now, you have to think of earthworms like little mini cultivators. They actually tunnel through your soil, coming up, eating the decomposing matter, the mulch, going back down, tunneling all the way through, and the whole while they're creating these little air pockets and water pocket. Now, as the earthworms are moving through your soil, cultivating through, feeding on the decomposing matter, they are also depositing castings. And worm castings are one of the best fertilizers, natural fertilizers, that you can use for your garden. They actually can provide your plants with vital minerals that they need. While we're talking about decomposing mulch, let's also talk about the presence of fungi or little mushrooms in your garden. Seeing the little fungi in your garden is a really great sign. It is proof that your soil is actually alive and doing well. They actually won't hurt any of your plants, and there's nothing that you need to do. They'll only be around for a day or two, and then they'll actually die back and decompose down, once again feeding the soil. It's really and truly an amazing cycle of life. Well, y'all, that is it of this video. I have a few more things to do out here in the garden. Then I've got to get into the house and get supper cooked before there is a big uprising on my hands. So I hope this video has inspired you. And if it has, please give me a big old thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to smash the bell icon so you're notified every time I post a video. And until we talk again, y'all be blessed. Bye now.